I started a second character on Subtler Fugitive's GTA Online PC account with the expressed intention of winning 50 races so that I could unlock all of the car mods at Los Santos Customs while doing it in as few races as possible. Alright, so into playlist 2. This is pretty much directly back to back. I got out of the one playlist and I decided to start another. So I got one opponent. He took the armored Kuruma because he thought I was going to crash into him. He thought he was going to crash a lot. I don't know. Either way. So he didn't crash on the first turn there. That's pretty common. And although I am sloppy, I think I'm going to be quicker than him. There's this next 90-degree turn coming up that tends to mess a lot of people up. He seems to have navigated it just fine. He's still not on the pace, but at least he's not crashing off everywhere, is what I'm thinking. In the right car, this could have been somewhat competitive. And then, yeah, the race, I just keep growing the gap and finally win it. At least he sticks around. Alright, so back into the Fugitive against a Surge. He gets out ahead of me. I don't like the Surge all that much. I've had to race it in there's a race event for Nonchalant Dominance back in the day, and in one of the rounds I had to race using the Surge. Nope, sir, I don't like it. Seems like when I would steal one in free roam, they're not that bad, but once you put the upgrades on it, I just found it really too hard to control. I find that a lot of cars with shorter wheelbases I have a difficult time controlling. So I get the overtake. And that's pretty much it. After that, once I get the overtake, it's really just a matter of holding on to the lead. Which really wasn't that difficult, I don't think. And then he crashes at the top of the hill there. Another common place to crash on this course. And that's, he never has a chance after that. They never have a chance after that crash. decided to take the Z-type, the Z-type. And so sick of losing, he decides to spin me out. Well, let me tell you, brother, it's a long race. You don't have the right car. So yeah, the chase is on. So even for spinning me out, it's not like he has that big a lead. The Zed's got the top speed over the Pig Alley. And there's always the possibility that he's going to crash. This is a good corner for crashing. That telephone pole is good to stop people. So I decided to take him out. Fair's plays, you know, turnabout's fair play. Normally I don't race like that, but I wasn't going to try to get the overtake and have him take me out again. That's kind of the thing, is once you know your opponent, you know your opponent. Maybe he would have played nice. But fool me once. So I'm getting a pretty good lead here. And try-harding it, I decide to not crash, but definitely screw up. So now he's getting right on me. There he is. So he tries to take me out and fails. Manages to take himself out instead. And that's the last incident of the race, I believe. And I get to a coast to an easy win. And then he sticks around. I don't know if he sticks around because he wants revenge. We got 5 laps to figure it out. So this is the track that Brophy 1322 did a lot of his initial testing of the cars on, well, the vehicles, for top speed, best lap times actually. He eventually recreated the track. So this is Cutting Corners. He has a version that's called Cutting Corners GP. You would turn left there, and then there's a hairpin. There are some other differences to Cutting Corners. So here's the start line, start-finish line right here. So you would take, in his race, you would take a left turn, and then it goes around a little loop before it comes back into the normal circuit again. And this guy just never catches me up. I just keep getting the best lap. Every time I get to the stop line, I always have to check how long the race has been going on. Because if it's almost 4 minutes or almost 6 minutes, I'm going to try to hang back and get the soak it for the extra money. Alright, so number 5. We've both chosen the same car. I pull off onto the sidewalk to avoid any tricky takeout maneuvers right at the beginning. I get through the first turn. And unless I make a major screw up, I think this race is pretty much over with. He's close. Yeah, see, stuff like that slow me down. He's getting right up on me, so he's catching me up. I keep taking turns like that. He wipes out a little bit, just like I did, so that was helpful. Give me a little bit of breathing room. He's just under 3 seconds behind me, so. But I'm really not pushing it. I'm just trying to take it easy and not make mistakes as much as possible. I'm not being overly cautious, but I'm also not pushing it as hard as I could. I would almost certainly crash if I was pushing it as hard as I could. Pushing it as hard as I could usually means pushing it harder than I should. Then he crashes. I think that's pretty much race over from there on. Me up a little bit, but I think I was just really driving slow, cautiously. But he's sticking with it. So we got another competitor. I know it's not really faster, but I like the regular Masacro over the race Masacro. So I always take the regular version over the race version. But if I take the Jester ever, I take the race version. So yeah, that was one. That's one of those races that's won between a combination of the first and the second turns. Most people can't handle that first turn going down the hill. So now we've got the 7th of 7 races. This will be my 15th win in a row. And I know I have to be careful. But I get the boost, so I can get right out in front before they have a chance to do anything. And they can fight with each other. That part's great for getting up your top speed, but if you can't control it coming through here, it's a tough race for you. Most people crash there, or they crash here. Ooh, they did terribly with that hairpin. I don't want to slow down, because that guy's right behind me. So he at least seems to have some skill and track familiarity with all these tracks. I just seem to be a little bit quicker. And honestly, this is on PC, so maybe I had higher FPS, and that's really the only difference. I'd like to think that I'm a little bit quicker, though. But it's not much. I mean, I make a lot of mistakes. I'm really sloppy through a lot of the turns. If I was racing somebody who was really on the pace, to where I would have to keep up. Yeah, so those turns are a great place to lose people. Like I said, when I would race with the Noto crew, I would DNF, finishing in last, second to last, things like that all the time. I'm not saying I never won races with Noto, but when you get some of the top tier guys in that crew in the same lobby with you, you find out that you don't really know too much about racing. Or at least I did. But I knew that already. I mean, that's why I was in the Noto crew to begin with. Brophy has a racing school series of videos that I would highly recommend to anybody who wants to improve their racecraft and understanding of how to race. So yeah, so 7 races, 7 wins. Get a little extra RP for running them in a playlist.